This is Matt Ferrin, Two Boxing. Delighted to be joined by European champion Chris Billam-Smith. Chris, here to support Adam Azim, but first off, before we get onto that, how are you?
Yeah, very well, thank you, mate. All good, yeah. Yourself?
Yeah, I can't complain. I'm here talking to the likes of you, so it's not a bad day. Adam Azim, he's been built up as this huge superstar. I remember the first time I interviewed him, he says he wants to be world champion before a certain age. Very ambitious, very talented. What do you make of him? Obviously, he's involved in your stable there with the McGuigans. What do you make of him?
Look, he's got all the attributes there. He's got fast hands, he's got power, he's got the charisma. You know, he's a bit of got a bit of Prince Nassim about him. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's exciting, he's powerful, he's fast. He's not as outspoken as Naz. I don't think anyone ever will be.
I'm not sure many will be.
But no, he's a real talent, and he's just got to stay grounded, and he can go all the way and accomplish all his dreams.
When you look at someone like Adam Azim, at the minute we've got a certain crop and a certain era of fighters, I would say, that are either on the way out or nearly gone, and there's a space left to be filled for the likes of himself come through, and he's getting the big build up. Do you think he's got what it takes to fill the shoes? So maybe in a few years do a pay-per-view and things like that?
Absolutely. I mean, like he you know, his idol's Amir Khan, and he really has got that about him. With the speed, he's so exciting. The celebrations, you know, the star power, but he's got the ability to back it up. So, you know, tonight is the first of many titles. I'm certain of it, and to be pushed by a boxer like he has been, you know, and the talent he's shown, you know, so early on in his career is huge for him. So, but he deserves it. He just needs to, you know, stay grounded, because it's still a long way to the top, and then when you get there, you've got to stay there. So it's easy to get carried away with all that excitement when you have got all that ability. And even us in the gym, and Shane as a coach, it's hard to contain that, but that's, I guess, Shane's job, is to keep him grounded, keep him working hard, and not look beyond anyone.
Well, he's got his favourite fighter commentating on him tonight, I think, so he's got that little bit of a bonus for him. Have you lent him any sort of words of advice for someone who's had I won't say a lengthy career, but you're deep into the game, a lot deeper than him? You give him any words of advice or things to watch out for?
No, I mean, if anything, I need to ask him for some advice. No, like I said, his styles are very different attributes. I'm there for advice if he wants it, but he seems to be taking everything in his stride. Even all the media and the hype and everything, it just seems to come very natural to him. He doesn't seem to need any advice or anything like that.
Let's come on to you. Last time out, it seems like ages ago, but it was an unbelievable fight. Tommy McArthur, a brilliant fight. When you look back now, do you look back on that moment and with a lot of fond memories, and how proud you were in that and how good you were in that performance?
Absolutely. You know, I love watching the fight back, and it was nice to finally, put that one to bed. But I'm one of these people, I think a lot of boxers are, like, after a week you're done. You're like, what's next? And it's hard, because you've got to enjoy the journey, because it's important too. Life can be short, so we need to enjoy the journey, and I did enjoy it. But yeah, now I'm very much looking forward to what's next.
We are in it you've got like an era of fighters now where there's huge fights to be made. You look at Lawrence, obviously, who's like top of the tree. Then you've got the likes of Richard Riakporhe there, amongst other fighters, and Isaac Chamberlain I've seen wandering around. What's the plan? What do you want to do next? What's in the future for you?
I just want to fight at home. That's all I want to do, is
Bournemouth?
Fight back in Bournemouth. At first it'll probably be at the BIC, and then I want to push on to eventually fight at the stadium. But that all starts with a home fight at the BIC. I think I've earned it, because there's I've been in Liverpool away at Craig Glover when I beat him, in London, and a couple of times, a lot of time. Then obviously Manchester last time out. I boxed in Sheffield, so I just want to go home, and I think my fans deserve it too.
How important is that for you to go home, and to have that there? Because obviously you mentioned it's a million miles away from everywhere else, isn't it? Especially coming up to like Manchester and stuff. How important is it to sort of build on like the home success and to get that support there, so that you can have these, it'll obviously build your fan base as well the more you fight there, so they'll travel further away for you. How important is it fighting in Bournemouth for you?
Yeah, it means a huge amount. I get asked all the time, especially recently, like when I'm back home walking around, people stop me and ask me when I'm fighting back home, or when I'm or to get a fight back home. And then I got great support from the football club, and I got a great following from and support from back home. So for me, it's important to return the favour, and it's nice to get all the support from people. But it is definitely paramount importance to me at the moment.
Who would you say right now, considering the champions, considering the people on the rise, considering yourself, apart from yourself, who's the other one in the division? Who's the other number one?
I mean, number one in the division is Lawrence. Like, as no two ways about it for me. I've shared hundreds of rounds with him. I know how tricky he is. Briedis is obviously the proven number one because he's obviously been there and done it. Lawrence wants that opportunity to prove that he's better. Can't seem to get it at the moment, but yeah, for me, you know, they're the two best, and I'd love to see him fight.
If Lawrence and Briedis, which seems to have been talked about for over a year now, if that fight can't be made, would you look at a guy like Lawrence Okolie or a Riakporhe, all these other fighters in and around, and try and make a fight with them?
Yeah, obviously not Lawrence. Lawrence is a mate. He's a gym mate of mine. But yeah, Riakporhe, I'd want the rematch with him. And then there's obviously Makabu, who's a world champion. There's also other domestic fights as well that are out there. So you know, we'll see what happens.
Right, finally, just for me, when can we see you back? When are we looking at? When are these fights going to happen? When can we expect to see you back?
Soon.
How soon? Go on.
This summer. This summer.
This summer in Bournemouth.
Hopefully in Bournemouth. Yeah. You know, this summer in Bournemouth is my ideal.
Well, fingers crossed, Chris, that you get that. You deserve it. You've done a lot of travelling and built yourself up now, and you're the champion as well. So, yeah, Chris Billam-Smith, thanks for talking to Into Boxing. Fingers crossed we do it again, hopefully on a fight week down south.
Nice one. Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Appreciate that.
Cheers. No worries.